Hello mga kabalen! Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to make another dessert or snack, and it is called churros. And so let's go and get started. History of churros. It originated in Spain, and they normally dip it with chocolate syrup or caramel syrup. But here, we just eat it with coated sugar and cinnamon. We'll need the following in making churros: 2 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of white sugar, 2 eggs, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. We'll need also stand mixer or hand mixer, a spatula, or a piping bag. So here are the things that we need in making churros. So to make a dough, we have to first put 2 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And now we mix and bring it into a boil. So now we're going to bring it into a boil, and when it's boiling, we're going to put the flour. So right now we're just keep stirring and also trying to melt the. So now it's almost boiling, and just keep stirring. So just keep on stirring until it is boiling. Then we add the flour. And now we can add the flour and turn off the stove. And keep mixing until everything is incorporated. Then cook it for another 30 seconds until the flour is cooked. Transfer it in a bowl and start using your hand mixer to mix while it is still hot. Now you can add the eggs and mix. Now it's time to put it in a piping bag while it is still hot. I don't have the big piping bag and also the big tip. I only have number two tip, star tip. That's why I ended up making mini churros. I'm only using my old cake decorating tools. I took cake decorating class 11 years ago, and I have different kinds of tips and piping bags, but I don't have the big ones. I guess I use them. So you have to push the mixture until you get it at the end, and start molding it into a mini churros. So it is hard to press because I have a small tip. I have to ask my husband to help me because it's hard to squeeze. So now you can rest the churros for 15 minutes and put them in the refrigerator. I use a small star tip, which is only number two. That's why the churros are very small. So you can use the big star tip. So anyway, we'll be back and put them first in the refrigerator for 15 minutes before we cook them. In the meantime, we're going to make or mix 1/2 cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. So it's up to you. If you're only making less of churros, you can do 1/3 of sugar and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So it's time to cook the churros. So I put about 2 inches of oil in the pot, and I have to cook the churros for 6 minutes in 375 degrees Fahrenheit oil. So you have to wait until the oil is 375 degrees before you put the churros. You have to use a candy thermometer in checking the oil. If you don't have the candy thermometer, you just have to cook it in medium high heat. So you have to cook them for 6 minutes. So right now they're not ready yet, so we still have to Keep on cooking them. They're not ready yet. It's not yet 6 minutes. While cooking, make sure you move them or roll them. They are now cooked, and I'm going to remove them from the hot oil. Put them in a plate with paper towel. I'm cooking another batch, and when you put them, make sure it's away from you, not towards you. So I am putting 4 to 6 at a time. Roll them while you are cooking them. Now it's time to coat them with sugar and cinnamon while they are still hot. Here I'm cooking another batch, and while you're cooking, just keep rolling them. So they are now ready, and put them again in the plate with paper towel. Same procedure. I'm putting another batch, so when I'm putting them, it's away from me, not towards me. Again, roll them in or coat them with sugar and cinnamon. Here are my finished product, mini churros. So yummy. So I have the caramel syrup and the chocolate syrup that I already bought from the store. You can make your own syrup if you don't have if you cannot buy the ready-made one. You can eat it with or without syrup, but if you want to make syrup, you just have to combine 1/2 cup of heavy cream and 1/2 cup of semi-sweet um, chocolate chips, and then you can cook it in the microwave for about a minute or two. And now my mini churros are ready to eat. So it's up to you if you want to dip it in a chocolate syrup or caramel syrup, but you can eat it just like this. So let's try it. Mmm, it's so good. So now my mini churros are ready. You can either eat them without the chocolate syrup, just like this, or you can dip them in the chocolate syrup. Mm. So let's try.